Hello everyone, friends, viewers, subscribers, new viewers. Hello from Finland and hello from Sweden. In this short video I'm going to show you beautiful Stockholm, the capital of Sweden, and I'm going to tell you a few interesting stories and a beautiful legend. So let's get started. We're in the old town of Stockholm. The beautiful building that we see is the Swedish Academy, not to be confused with the Swedish Academy of Sciences. This building hosts the Nobel Prize Museum, and in this building it is decided who gets the Nobel Prize for Literature. Every October, the world's media gathers in the building's Grand Hall. At exactly 1 p.m. on a selected Thursday, the permanent secretary of the Academy steps through a set of historic double doors to announce the winner of the Nobel Prize in Literature to the public. From here we move to the National Library of Sweden. Deep inside the National Library of Sweden sits one of the most mysterious objects in human history, the Codex Gigas, better known as the Devil's Bible. Created in the 13th century, it is the largest surviving medieval manuscript in the world. It weighs a staggering 165 pounds and required the skins of more than 160 donkeys just to make the parchment. But it's how it was written that shocks people. Legend says a monk was sentenced to be walled up alive. To save his life, he promised to write a book containing all human knowledge in a single night. Realizing he couldn't do that, he made a pact with the devil to finish it for him. Spooky folklore aside, modern analysis shows the handwriting is so remarkably uniform it was written by just one scribe. Though experts say it actually took about 20 to 30 years of continuous labor. Seized by the Swedish army back in 1648 as a war trophy, this terrifyingly beautiful masterpiece now rests here in Stockholm. Would you dare to look through its pages? My wife and I hopped on a hop-on hop-off bus and made a short trip through the center of, or around the center of Stockholm. The story of Stockholm officially begins in the year 1252. A powerful statesman named Birger Jarl founded the city, built a fortress on the central island of Gamla Stan. Gamla Stan means the old town, and effectively locked down the region's trade routes. The name itself hints at its origins. Stock meaning log or fortification, and holm meaning islet. For centuries, Gamla Stan was Stockholm. It quickly grew into a bustling trading hub, heavily influenced by German merchants from the Hanseatic League. By 1523, after King Gustav Vasa liberated Sweden from Danish rule, Stockholm was solidified as the heart of an emerging independent kingdom and eventually declared the official capital in 1634. During the 17th century, Sweden rose to become a formidable European superpower. The city expanded rapidly beyond its original island walls. It was a time of immense wealth and massive construction projects, though not without its tragedies, like the famous warship Vasa, which sank in the harbor on its maiden voyage in 1628. As the centuries rolled on, Stockholm transformed from a crowded fortified town into a center of science, culture and industry. Today, it beautifully bridges the gap between past and present, where 750 years of rich maritime history live side by side with cutting-edge technology and world-class sustainability. A capital built on stone surrounded by water and shaped by centuries of ambition. Our next stop is Södermalm, a very beautiful part of Stockholm. But before we get there, let me start telling you stories and legends of old Stockholm. The first one is about a scientist named Swedenborg. Emanuel Swedenborg, born 1688, died 1772. He spent the first half of his life as a brilliant scientist, inventor, and mining engineer, making significant contributions to anatomy, astronomy, and mathematics. However, in his 50s, he entered a deeply spiritual phase, experiencing vivid dreams and visions that led him to spend the rest of his days writing complex theological works on the afterlife and the spiritual world. According to Swedenborg, when you die, you don't sleep in the ground waiting for a distant judgment day. You wake up almost immediately, usually within a few days, in a neutral transitional zone called the world of spirits. At first, you don't even realize you're dead. You have a spiritual body that looks, feels, and functions exactly like your physical body. But it is made of spiritual substance. You meet friends, relatives, and angels who help you adjust to your new reality. No external judgment. God does not judge you, nor does He send you to hell. Instead, you judge yourself based on your deepest, innermost loves. In the world of spirits, a process of unmasking happens. Over time, your outer social pretenses strip away until only your true nature remains. If your core love is selfless, generous, and loving, you will naturally feel drawn to the light and warmth of heaven. If your core love is selfish, cruel, or power-hungry, you will find heavenly light blinding and painful. Instead, you will willingly walk down into the darkness of hell because you feel more comfortable among the like-minded spirits. A few centuries ago, a young lady named Maria is going to go to church for a Christmas service in the morning. She wakes up and she understands that she's late. She quickly dresses up and runs to the church. When she's in church, she notices that the organ is playing by itself and that all people in the pews are dead. She grasps that when she sees her late husband. Her late husband turns his face to her and shouts, "Maria, run!" And Maria runs. She runs out the church and then through the graveyard, and when she was about to leave the graveyard, the dead man had grabbed her white scarf. Maria, being a smart young lady, just untied her scarf and left it as a trophy for the dead. When she was home, she suddenly finds herself waking up in her bed. A friend of hers, another girl, is knocking on the door and saying, "Maria, it's time to go to church." And they go to church, and when they are passing by the graveyard, Maria suddenly notices that all around the graveyard are the shreds of her white scarf. The residents of Södermalm like to tell this legend to their children on Christmas Eve. Beautiful legend, isn't it? So this video is coming to an end and it's time to part. So if you like this video, please don't be shy and smash that like button under the video. If you didn't like it, just smash the dislike button. And thank you so much everyone who watched this video. Hope to see you here again, and hello from Finland.